We are live. Oh, yes, we need to close the door. Hello, I'm Lady Firesnow. It's good to see you all again. It's been a while since we've done a live stream, but I am here with Quaithe Theories.
Quaithe. Hey, friends. Winter is over.
Winter is over, and summer is here. So we really probably need to pull up the live stream so we can see anybody chatting. So let me see if I can do that real quick while we wait for people to join us. So the agenda today is we're going to be talking about probably a little bit about the finale, because we really never did a live stream after the finale. We did the one right after, like the first initial, but we never really did anything after that. I didn't even do a final video on the finale. I think I was a little bit upset and really had a lot of personal things going on in my life as well.
Life just happened. It was the end of the year. It was May. School was out. It was just it was really busy.
Yeah, it's true. School was letting out. We do have a child still in school. And so we have been really super busy. And I started the video, but I never finished it. So it might be something that I might go back and do if anybody out there really wants to see one at this point. I think it's been a little bit late for that. But you know, I can still do it, at least maybe a quick recap. We're really excited. Actually, what we've really been working on is costumes for Con of Thrones.
That's what I'm doing as we speak.
Con of Thrones. If you guys haven't got your tickets, get your tickets. I think the Valyrian passes are all gone. You can no longer take water dancing lessons either. That's like sold out. I haven't looked to see if we can take pictures with the wolves. We talked about doing that, right? So that could be cool. Yeah, Arya did the water dancing lessons. That's what Arya.
With that one guy?
Baby Firesnow's asking what is water dancing lessons.
Yes.
So
it's Arya's style. It's what she's learned.
Yeah, it's what she learned, right?
Learned. Yeah, it's part of one of her skills. She's got several. She's learned one from him.
Poisoning.
She's one the blind.
She's learned from the blind. Yeah, from the faces. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Her brothers, archery. I mean, she's just really skilled. It doesn't really surprise me that she was the one that killed the Night King. I mean, it doesn't surprise me. It was a little disappointing how they set it up, but other than that, I mean, it doesn't surprise me that it was her. I think that was kind of awesome that it was her, but it's just the setup. That's really.
It was just the way they did it.
Yeah, the way they went about it. Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I think it's been all over the internet that people are disappointed with the ending of the show, and I don't really think that. I think that Daenerys was always gonna become the villain. I think that was probably definitely a part of George R. R. Martin's plan. I think what was not expected was it to happen so fast and for there to be no background to, you know, who's the Lord of Light and what happened to the children and who, you know, something more special to defeating the Night King. That just, all of that was just so like, I felt like it was a wham, bam, thank you, ma'am.
Unanswered questions. Unanswered.
That's what it felt like.
You know, but we went over that.
We did.
In our last video. Since then, after that, they released, what is it called? The back scenes there.
Right.
Which is called The Last Watch.
The Last Watch. They did a week later. They did release the makings of the final season and things like that. And that was called The Last Watch. And I think we're going to talk a little bit more about that today. Oops, I just flung things around here.
Yeah. I mean, everyone has their opinion on what that was all about. I think, to me, it felt like that was showing everybody their excuse of why they did what they did, blaming it pretty much on their crew and their creators and their people. They're saying, oh, everybody was tired and just needed, it's been so long, it's been 10 years, they needed to go home and see their family. To me, it was a cop-out.
I kind of agree with that. It was... They wanted everybody to be like, oh, we're so tired and look how hard we worked. And I'm not saying they didn't. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they did
And they miss
work
their family. It's true.
really hard, and I'm sure they did miss their family, but I'm sure they got paid pretty good for that too.
Right. Right.
You know, oh darn it, your daughter got to be on Game of Thrones. Oh, I feel so sorry for you. No,
No.
no,
Uh-uh.
no, I don't.
Uh-uh.
Oh, I'm flinging things on the floor. Okay, we don't have anybody in the chat yet. If you are here with us, we have a couple people watching now. So if you're here with us, thank you for joining us. Please don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. It really does help grow the channel. Just wanting to throw that out there as well. We are not done with my channel. You know, we're going to be doing a lot of new things. We're going to be talking about a lot of new things. And that's kind of our reason for live streaming today is we want to talk about not only The Last Watch, but we're going to talk about, you've noticed I've got some little things in the background here that are representing a new show that we've been watching called Yellowstone. So we're going to be talking about Yellowstone today. If this is a show that you've seen, please comment. Let us know if you like that show. If you want me to start doing recaps on it or talking about it more, maybe we can do some live streams on it. I'm also working on a new thing called Cooking with John. And I've got to build up some content in order to even start airing it. But it is definitely something that we've been talking about and I've been working on. John is always the name, right? John, there was John with Game of Thrones, and there's John in Yellowstone. John Dutton in Yellowstone. So, and my husband's name is John.
Which is played by good actor Kevin Costner. It's been a great show.
It really has. Quaithe has been trying to get us to watch it, John and I, to watch it for quite some time now, and we finally started watching it, and we were hooked pretty much instantly. Definitely is very, very cool show if you haven't seen it. So we're going to talk a little about it today. Doc Holiday is in the house. Hello, Doc. How are you doing? He says, if you want some real Game of Thrones entertainment, watch Smokescreen's newest video, What If Game of Thrones Had Rednecks?
Okay.
I love Smokescreen. He's awesome. If you haven't seen his channel, you should check it out. He's definitely one of the big dogs out there. I expect that he will probably be at Con of Thrones. I'm sure he's been talking about it. Con of Thrones is, what's the date of Con of Thrones? July. Baby Firesnow should know. It's her birthday. July 13th, July 12th, 13th, and 14th. And that's on her birthday weekend. And we have been working on costumes. Let's do that real quick. Can we do costumes real quick?
Yeah.
Baby Firesnow, you want to bring your little featured costume part over here?
No.
Don't put it on me. My goodness.
Be careful.
So I've been working on this costume for her. This is just a piece of it, and probably the most featured part.
Let's see if you can guess who it is.
Right.
Don't say it.
This is the most featured part. It's the inside of her arm. I have hand sewed all of this stuff onto her arm piece. This is her arm. This is the back and the jacket part right here.
Okay.
So here you go, baby. Here you go, little baby. So that's one of her pieces. I'm really featuring her costume more than mine. I'm gonna definitely take my costume and do some really good upgrades to them and then add a new special piece to it as well. So we will be entering both of our costumes together. Quaithe Theories is also working on a whole costume as well. It's like Quaithe costume.
Yeah, mine's is more based on art that I've seen instead of the show.
Right.
So just doing both elements together.
Right.
Yeah, just marrying the two.
Marrying the two
it'd be
ideas.
fun.
I think it's going to be cool. I think it's going to be good. So we're really going to definitely be entering the cosplay contest, which, by the way, we need to get online and enter that.
That's true.
We have to get online and enter that before we go.
That's
so
true.
We need to do that. But we will be entering in the cosplay contest. So if you are going to Con of Thrones, check us out. I'm definitely going to have it videotaped, and I will definitely post it as well. And most importantly, that one of the things I want to make sure we bring up today is that I have 920 subscribers, guys. I am 80 subscribers away from having 1,000, and at 1,000 subscribers, I can live stream from my phone, which I will not be able to do at Con of Thrones unless I increase my subscribers by 80 more. But I would definitely would do that if we could get that subscriber list up, and I can enable super chat. So there's some major things we can do when we hit 1,000 subscribers.
You could go live on Instagram.
I can go. You're right. She's right. I can go live on Instagram. So we
Or
will
Facebook.
definitely do that for sure. We will do some living on Instagram while we're at Count of Thrones, and on Facebook as well. But I'd really like to be able to do it on YouTube. I really think that that's important. So Doc made another comment. He says he's not attending this year's. He's having his own con in North Carolina called Protocon. His own con in North Carolina called Protocon. Is that like another, Doc, is that like another Con of Thrones? I know there's more than one. Like last year I noticed there was one, I think, in Colorado or Denver or something.
Wow,
right after the
okay.
Dallas one, they had another one, and I think there was one in New York or New Jersey or something also. So let us know, is that another con that you're going to? We will definitely miss you. And I'm looking forward to meeting any of our fans, anybody who comes or anybody who just, wants to take pictures with the costumes, because that's fun. I think that's the fun.
So fun.
Yeah, we'll definitely be dressed up on Saturday. So I will be there all weekend, but all of us will be there dressed up on Saturday. So
And share some ideas of any other series that y'all been watching or something.
you can't talk while you're crinkling. They can't hear you.
And yeah, any series, let us know. Like I introduced Robin to Yellowstone. I really like it, and I like the I'm sorry, Lady Firesnow. Oops.
That's all right.
To Yellowstone. So if y'all have any of them, y'all can say, hey, watch this and let's talk about it. Let us know. That I think that'd be fun to do something like that. I'm excited.
Doc Holliday says it is for Smokescreen's channel. He's having his own con. Like he's having his own.
We've been out of the loop a while. We haven't been.
Yeah, I really haven't been keeping up with the other YouTubers and what they're doing. So I was completely unaware that he's having some event. He's having some big event.
That's so cool.
Well, he's really got a lot of followers.
Yeah, he does.
He really, really does. He has a lot of followers. So, okay, so that's cool. Well, thanks for letting us know, Doc. We appreciate that. So let's talk about,
What was the first thing?
The last watch.
Last watch.
Let's talk about the last watch before we move on to talking about Yellowstone.
Yes.
So,
The last watch?
the last watch. You probably haven't watched it yet, little baby Firesnow. You haven't, have you? Nope, she hasn't. She hasn't watched it. Are you gonna let everybody see your face over here? You say hello, let it. That's not your face. That's your hand.
She's so tall. There you go.
Yes. Say hello. Don't cover your face. You're beautiful. Don't cover your face. Yes. Okay, so let's talk about the last watch.
Yes. So, like I said, that was how I felt that they were using it as an excuse.
Mm-hmm.
But I also, my favorite part was, there was two. I like to see the actor's reaction of the reading, especially John's.
I did like that.
Which is Kit. Sorry. Yes, Kit. I liked his reaction. The actor who plays Varys,
Mm-hmm.
I loved his reaction.
He was mad. He was like this. I mean, this is rule number one. I'm upset.
He actually tossed
Closed.
the script on the table.
Oh yeah, he totally tossed the script. I even saw Amelia, who plays Dany. She was like,
yes, and
Jorah
kind of had a little thing with the director. You're dead. I'm dead. Like, it's done. I'm done. It's done. I'm dead. Like, yeah.
You killed me off.
Yeah. So, I mean, it was interesting to see a lot of that.
I like the Night King.
Wasn't he one of
his was my favorite. That's my favorite.
I like Jamie.
Oh,
was
yeah.
one of the best ones.
Yes.
Wasn't
Jorah, he was a good fighter, yes.
I thought he was like as good as Jamie.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I expected Jorah to die, though.
Huh?
I expected Jorah to die.
I did too.
I did. I expected him to die. Totally expected Jamie to die. I mean, I think that was a given.
Yeah.
Doc says Amelia's best season ever. LOL. Is that a joke, Doc? I mean,
Poor girl.
she really went off the deep end, you know. But like I said, I expected that to happen
Mhm,
with the show. I just didn't like how abrupt it was.
Yeah.
It was abrupt to me.
Yeah.
You know, it was a little bit like, I'm a good guy, I'm a bad guy. You know,
They quickly rewrote the whole story really fast and changed everybody's character really fast.
Yeah.
Including Tyrion's, the way he played.
yeah, Tyrion got
Peter-
stupid. Like, what happened to Tyrion?
He was really brilliant, smart. He was known as the brain of the
Yeah.
whole thing. You know, he was. What does he say? What was he saying? When
I drink and I know things.
That went out the window.
He stopped drinking and he didn't know anything.
Yeah, something.
Something
I mean,
happened.
they totally rewrote him and just anyway. So I think the last watch showing that and showing that was my favorite. But the Night King,
Yes, the Night King.
the actor, the stuntman,
Yeah.
I love that.
He was blunt
yes,
and straightforward.
straightforward.
He was like, okay, a little girl's coming in here and killing the Night King. Okay.
Yeah.
Right?
What?
It's like, you've got to be kidding me.
Yeah. Not that there was anything wrong that she was the one that did it. It's just the way they approached it. You know, real
I
superhero
thought that
like.
Jon Snow
Yeah.
was gonna do it.
What was it? We were calling her Flash
Yeah.
Ninja Arya.
Yeah. So I mean, I
thought
think
Jon
it
Snow
was.
was gonna
I think it
do
was
it.
interesting. I like to hear the comments. I like to hear what he said, and I mean, let us know what you guys think about it if y'all watched it.
I think Baby Firesnow said she thought it was going to be John, and I think I always expected it to be John, and I think that's why they didn't want to make it be John. So it doesn't really bother me that Arya did it.
Well, we do, yeah,
It bothers me more the way they did it.
yeah,
The way they did it. I mean, I expected there to be something magical. I expected
Yeah.
there to be some kind of magical entity, and it's like they completely vetoed any magic. We didn't even get Rhaegar again.
Even in the last
That was
watch of the
shocking.
making, they didn't even talk about it. Like I was waiting for more backstory of what they did, why they did, and there was really nothing.
No, I'm sorry, again, it was just wham bam bake, thank you ma'am, I just came in here to finish the show, and that's what they did.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and unfortunately that's just the way it went, you know. But again, you know, I suppose nobody liked the ending of Romeo and Juliet when it first came out, right?
That's true.
I mean, that's a good way to look at it. It would have been hard to make anybody happy
Yes.
with this show, honestly. Let's be honest.
Yes.
Okay?
No matter what
They-
it was.
Not in one season with 6 episodes. I don't care how long they are.
Yeah.
Okay? They needed to make it longer. They needed to give season 7 a full 10 episodes, and they needed to give season 8 a full 10 episodes. And then they could have done this arc, and they could have put a little bit more into it.
Yeah, I mean, even watching the making, the last watch, even watching all that, they had so much cast, crew, everything. They had so much there that they could have. Why go through all what they went through, made all that stuff, and just did it for a measly little episode and got it done with?
Yeah.
I mean, I know, fine. They said they were tired and it's been long, but why they had the budget?
Yeah, they had the budget. They had the budget. It wasn't that at all.
That's the only thing that showed me on that show how big their budget was.
So we've got another watcher here. Hi, Melodies Rigmo. Hi, we've seen you before. Thanks for joining us. We're kind of doing a recap on the last watch, and we are talking about Con of Thrones, and we are talking about the new hit series Yellowstone, which we haven't got to yet, but we will get there soon. Doc also says, so all the brand stuff was pointless. It just sat under the tree. I agree with that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, so Bran went through all of this to be the king.
Yeah.
Where'd the bird go?
Really?
The three-eyed
Yeah.
raven. Where'd the raven go?
Yeah. And honestly, the last watch when I was so excited that they were going to answer questions, like it was going to be a real behind the scenes. It really wasn't.
No, I
It was
thought we were
about
going to.
extras.
It was.
There was like 2 main people that they showed.
I was really expecting that documentary to be a little more also.
Yes.
I hate to say it.
I agree.
I think my favorite part though was
the Night King.
right. I knew you were gonna do that, right? When he came out and he went like this, and
Yeah,
everybody went like
He
this.
embraced the crowd. He
The whole
embraced his
crowd
fans.
was like crazy over him. Yeah, I think that was definitely I think that's definitely my favorite part of the last watch.
Great personality, good, just great all around. You know, he's like, I just want to go back to doing what I do. I'm a stunt man.
Quaithe, you want to talk about some of the young ladies that you know from and one of your places of employment that are actually getting to go to?
Yes,
they're getting to go to England?
A lot. That's like the biggest thing now. People are going, they're vacationing, and they're going to get to go see where they made it. They're going to go see the castles and the sets and everything. There's tours. I mean, they showed
envious.
They showed that at the very end with I can't think of his name. The extra that they were really
that one extra they were really following him along. Yeah, he was a big extra.
That they do tours like that and you can see it. I mean,
he was doing the speaking on the bus and talking, right?
Yeah. So I mean, they're really excited about that. That was something that they're really looking forward to. And they even said, why go through all of that, make this big, set, all this stuff, and just give us what we gave us?
Right.
Yeah.
Are you going to color your book?
Little.
People don't want to look at the top of your head.
Little Firesnow. Your sister wants to come in.
Huh?
Your sister wants to come in. She's scratching at the door.
Oh, your baby. That's her baby.
It's her wolf.
It's her wolf. Her baby wolf.
Chloe, come on.
It's really live, guys. So, anybody else have any comments about the last watch? We've got a couple of watchers commenting. Doc Scott just gave us a comment. He says, they should have had the battle in episode 3, retreated to King's Landing, and did more with the conflict between Cersei, Dany, and the undead. The Night King should have been defeated at the Isle of Faces. I 100% agree. 100%.
Well, they were setting it up the whole time for that.
Right? What happened to the Isle of Faces? What happened? Setting it up. It's like they just didn't want to go there.
They need to go see your.
Yeah, I totally did. I totally did a video on that. I totally did a video that's what I expected. Yes, ma'am.
You know what would have been cool is that whenever the Night King would have died, you know how in the tree how the Nightwalkers and everything couldn't go in there.
Mm-hmm.
If he would have officially went in there, he would have died in there. Like something would have happened
in the tree.
Yeah.
And the tree was north of the wall, but there is a big tree at the Isle of Faces. You probably haven't caught that yet. She's still rewatching, guys. She's still rewatching. She wasn't old enough to really watch the whole series, so I finally let her sit down and watch it. We had to have some conversations before that happened.
I agree with him, though. Yeah, they should have.
100%.
They could have been
100%. And Jade, that totally could have been the case with the tree at the Isle of Faces. It could have been like a protected thing where he couldn't get in, but there was a battle that went down there, and there was some kind of magical thing that helped defeat him. I mean, come on. It just took the dagger. That was it. Really? Fire didn't kill him, but the dagger works. I mean, it just made no sense. It made no sense. They just didn't want to go there. They didn't want to elaborate. They wanted to close up any conversations, which I will say that the series was really good about giving us some closure on conversations. Yeah. There was a lot of good dialogue. I was very pleased with the dialogue. Mm-hmm. I was even pleased with Jon killing Dany. I was bad. Yeah, I think up to that point in the story and him and Drogon, the fire and all of that,
I mean, that's part of the prophecy. That was one of the prophecies.
It was. I think they were totally fulfilling the Nisa prophecy with him killing her.
Yeah.
But it was just after that, I think it just went downhill from there for me. So, and I think the last watch, it was good, but it wasn't what we expected.
It was not what I expected.
It wasn't what we expected. How about you guys? Was it what you expected? Did you like it? Did you think it was appropriate?
Tormund?
What about Tormund?
Where'd he go?
He went north of the wall with Jon. They left. You have to go back and rewatch that, Miha.
But I thought that Jon Snow was all the way in King's Landing, and he was stuck there.
No, you need to go back and rewatch it. He went north of the wall. They sent him north of the wall after he killed Daenerys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he went north. They exiled him. He was exiled. You read that?
You read it just today. I went to Google and they had a whole write up about it. Why did Drogon?
Why did Drogon
take Daenerys.
Why did he take her? And
he was not going to eat her. Was he going to,
right? And who cares? Who was going to keep Jon out of being exiled when the Unsullied went selling to? They went selling to Nath.
Yeah.
Who was going to? I mean, who's going to keep track of that? Nobody. I mean, he could just come back home. I mean, nobody would know.
No.
Who's going to know?
Yeah, they took.
No one's going to freaking know.
Yeah.
So
it just left unfinished.
So Doc says, Mad Queen was fine. I need to get my glasses. Mad Queen was fine, but since it was rushed, it seemed to come from left field. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That's exactly what I'm saying. If they would have given us a full 10 episodes in season 7 and given us a full 10 episodes in season 8, they could have pulled that off easily. They could have transitioned her. I mean, if you go back and look at everything she did, she was going in that direction. I mean, Quaithe, you always said that she was an annoying character for you because she was, fire and blood, and I will kill you all. And she was always saying it. So it wasn't like it was out of left field. It was just that it was too abrupt. She went from, I'm going to free these slaves and to bow or I'm going to kill you, I mean, kill them all, there's nobody, every woman
off with her head.
Exactly. She's using these innocent people as a weakness. So I'm going to kill all the innocent people. I mean, what the heck is that? So it was just I think it was just a little extreme too quick. So I think we all are in agreement with that.
The last watch did not even explain any of that. I was really waiting for the explanation of why they did what they did and, give us any of that. It just didn't.
They didn't. No, it was really about the people making the show.
It was trying to have a cop-out of the excuse of why they did what they did.
Why they wanted to end the show so quickly and abruptly. I agree with that 100%.
Yeah.
I do. Totally. Yeah. So, so we're about 30 minutes into our live stream now. And, Melody's Ritmo just commented and says, such a high quality series. So the bar is so high. Yeah, maybe not the best episode, but some perspective. Yeah. I for the series to have been so slow and so detailed and so building up to something and then to have a cop-out ending, I think, look at Kit. Kit put himself in a freaking what is it, like a rehab.
Imagine your job. You got a 10-year job making buku's money, and all of a sudden they're like, okay, it's over. You're laid off, basically. And these were his friends. He was 21 years old.
Yeah.
When he started this.
Yeah.
He made friends. Those were his family. It was
like 20
years
old.
That's a really hard thing to do. That's a hard pill to swallow there.
I mean, I get that, but everybody, all the characters were like that though. Yeah. Sansa was that. I mean, and look at what Sophie did.
Yeah.
I think Sophie.
Everyone has different coping skills.
She's Dark Phoenix.
I know.
I want to go see Dark Phoenix.
I do too.
Is it still in the theater? I'm just so desperate to go see it.
I'm sure. I don't think it's started yet. I think
it's been out.
Is it out?
Yeah, it's been out for like a week or two, I think. We've got to go see it before it's out of the theater. Oh, okay. That's totally different. Totally different subject there. Toy Story 4. Totally different subject there.
Yeah, but they could have went a different direction with this. She's right.
Yeah, absolutely. Melodies, absolutely. We agree with you 100%. That there could have definitely been. It's just, and I know we have high expectations. I know that we have spent, months and years.
Have high expectations. We spent 10 years invested in this.
I mean, they never let us down, though. They never let us down until now. Really, seriously.
Yeah.
I mean, I always felt like season 6 blew my mind. Season 7, I feel like wasn't as good as season 6, but I still liked it.
Yeah.
I still walked away liking it, even though I knew all of the leaks that were out there and I expected a lot of it to happen. On film, it was like so much better than the leaks sounded.
Yeah.
I mean,
even all the battles were awesome. Everything was awesome. And when they lit those swords on fire,
that was cool.
I really thought they were going to do something.
I thought it was going to be something magical with that.
Nothing happened.
No. There was no purpose for that except it looked cool.
It started out strong. And I was like, oh, cool. Okay, she's back. She's,
she's going to do something.
Yeah,
right?
They got some help of,
I thought she was going to rise up.
I feel like everything they did was just so it'll look good on screen. I think that was the excuse, right?
Yeah.
Like this will look good on screen. that
was the final answer on today's article that I read. The only reason why that he flew off with her is because it looked good on screen. It was
Drogon. The only reason Drogon picked up
dramatic thing. That's it. There was no reason behind it.
There was no other reason other than it was dramatic and it looked good on screen.
Yeah. And I mean, if you really want to analyze it, yes, that the history of other Targaryens riding a dragon, they did talk about that, but really they didn't even do anything with that. They could have.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, there was some talk about, why did Drogon take Daenerys? That was, I think, the big topic on social media today, was why did Drogon take Daenerys and what was the purpose of that? And that he could have taken her to Volantis, where the Lord of Light, most of the followers are there, and they could have brought her back to life and, stuff like that. But I 100% agree. I 100% agree that they did it because it just looked good on camera. Everything they did was because it looked good on camera.
Do you guys feel that somebody's gonna pick this up? There's some time to redo this. Do you think that they left it open? I mean, we can redo it.
Oh, I totally think that it won't happen right away, but I totally think someone will redo the ending of Game of Thrones and make a movie out of it or something. It'll be like a long 3-hour movie or something.
What is it? Terminator and Predator. I mean, there's all kinds of versions of it.
Oh, totally. I mean, look at Batman. I mean, Batman alone, they've had like so many different versions of Batman at this point. This is just the beginning. Game of Thrones has opened a huge door now where the world knows Game of Thrones, like they know Harry Potter, like they know Lord of the Rings, like they know even all of the Marvel characters. I mean, this is a huge opening for people to be. It's going to be a long-term, lifetime, forever thing that people are going to know Game of Thrones, and there's going to be conversation about it. And of course, we've got the prequel coming, which we didn't even discuss anything about the prequel. They're already filming.
Stay tuned for our next video. Then we're going to do a live stream on that.
Yeah, we can definitely do a live stream on the prequel. We probably need to do a little research and figure out exactly everything that's going on. But I know that they're already filming. So maybe we can find out who some of the actors are.
I think Naomi Watts or somebody.
Naomi Watts
was going to be the lead actress on that.
I heard it was going to be, yes. I think I heard that as well. So anybody has any comments, sees this video later, wants to tell us more about the prequel if you know about it, wants to ask questions about it, or wants to show interest in us doing a live stream for that. Again, Quaithe and I are going to be spending some time together between now and Con of Thrones and through Con of Thrones, and we can definitely even Quaithe, we can just sit down and have some discussions, videotape it, and then we can just post it. Since we can't go live on YouTube, we could even do that while we're on the plane. We could do that while we're just hanging out. So Doc made another comment. He says, Dan and Dave knew it was bad. The actress' reaction during the table read was their first inclination that they wrote a bad season. Then they went into hiding during the season. They couldn't defend it. They couldn't defend it. I mean, I think if I had that bad of reaction from the actors themselves, I think I would have changed it.
They clapped at the end. What was that about? They were like clapping. I was like, that was stupid. Don't clap.
It's Dan and Dave. They could have just decided to kill them off faster if they didn't clap.
That's true.
Or how about leave with no pay? We'll write you out the show without you being here.
True. They felt obligated.
I'm sure they did. I'm sure they were like, yay, you did a good job killing us all, and it wasn't good, but we're clapping anyway. I mean, that's what it seemed like to me. Right? If they didn't know that, there was something wrong with them.
It's just, come on. Let's get to Cersei and Jaime's ending. The worst ending. I think that's going to go down in history.
That's the worst ending
of any movie.
The biggest cop out.
Even in a low budget movie. That's like the worst.
Yeah.
Worst of all worst. I mean, even Jason and Freddie died better than they did. That's so sad.
Was that the gay couple?
Oh gosh, baby. Jason and Freddie are horror films.
13th, like, oh my gosh.
Baby Firesnow is really a baby, okay? She really doesn't know about Jason and Freddie.
That's okay.
It's okay, Mama. It's all right,
It's a joke I'm making.
Want to show them your picture? Oh, it's so pretty though. Like she's like gets into the detail. Look at all that little detail. She's really good. She's a really good artist. Good there. Good job, Mama.
Yeah. So last watch was interesting, but it was just not what I expected. So what else could you say about that?
Doc says that Bran thought what's Bran's real name? Is it Isaac?
I think it is Isaac.
I think it's Isaac. He thought that the ending was a joke when he got the script, if that tells you anything. So he actually thought it was a joke.
Because you said the writers were known for being
jokesters. They were though. They truly were jokesters and tricksters, and so I could see that he could actually think it was a joke. Like, this is not really gonna happen, right?
Yeah.
Hey guys, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. Okay, that really helps grow the channel.
Yeah.
And if you missed some of our opening stuff earlier, we were talking about some upcoming things that we're going to be doing. We're going to be going to Con of Thrones in July, so we're really excited about that in Nashville.
Yeah.
It's going to be baby Firesnow's birthday, and we are definitely doing cosplay on the 12th. On the 13th, right? On your birthday, on that Saturday. No, when your birthday is, little girl. So we're definitely going to be doing that. And then I'm also going to be working on gathering content to do Cooking with John. So, and speaking of the name John, not only do we have John from Jon Snow from Game of Thrones, but we also have the new John Dutton.
John Dutton.
The new hot summer series called Yellowstone. Who has seen Yellowstone? And who likes it? And who's watching it? We thought we might talk about it a little bit. We just got another watcher. Somebody just started watching also. Thanks for joining us, guys. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. We are recapping the last watch.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And the final season, the final episode, final season.
Yeah.
And we're talking about Yellowstone. I haven't heard anybody comment about Yellowstone yet. Doc or Melodies, have either of you watched Yellowstone, and do you like it? And any new watchers want to comment, we always respond to your comments.
Mm-hmm.
And if you watch this later and you leave a message, I always respond to your messages as well. I always try to really do a good job of responding to anybody who takes the time to comment to me on my channel.
Yes.
So should we start?
I like the way they did the Yellowstone. I mean, the first one was just, they came out strong. I mean, this is regular TV, and it comes out late at night. It is still a little bit of adult television there, but it's a little bit of history about when the land got taken from the Indians, and now modern day cowboys, and how they're conducting the land, and how modern day Indians are handling it, and basically wanting their land back.
Right. They want their land back.
It's
based in Montana, right?
Montana.
It's in Montana.
Beautiful
scenes. Gosh. Let me shout out real quick to Fifson. He's joined us. Fifson from Spain. Hey man, what's up? So it's good to see you. I hope you're going to Con of Thrones this year. We're definitely going, and we're definitely cosplaying. He says the last episode equals trash, and the last season equals compost heap.
Yes.
It's really harsh, Fifth.
No.
It's really harsh, but can't say that we completely disagree either. So
we all got our feelings hurt. So
yes, we did. So back to Yellowstone. So if you haven't watched Yellowstone, we're kind of doing a quick, brief discussion about it and talking about how we are possibly going to start doing some talking and live streaming about Yellowstone.
Yeah, and there's a lot of history to it. I like that's what they're basing it on and going on. It's the modern day of what's going on in today's society. There are, for real, this is going on. Farmers and cowboys struggling with their lands and trying to keep it, and the Indians wanting it back. I mean, and it's really interesting. But then there's all the fun politics in it, and the family issues, and where the money comes from, and how to keep it in the family.
Right. Yeah. How to keep the land in the family, and how to. Yeah, I think. What's the daughter's name?
The actress.
No, what's her name though? What's her name in the show? Beth. Her name is Beth. Yes, Beth is probably my favorite character.
She's ruthless. If y'all think Cersei was ruthless, she's cutthroat. You have to watch this, guys.
Yeah,
you have to see it.
The music definitely has a Game of Thrones feeling to it.
Yes.
It's definitely got all the great sex, violence, death,
and great cinematography. And just beautiful. It's just
yes,
it's great.
The scenes are gorgeous.
Lead actor. It's got Kevin
Kevin
Costner.
Costner.
Who doesn't like him? Dance
Kevin
with
Costner.
Wolves. Come on now.
Yeah, he's lead actor, doing a great job. And I didn't realize that Casey, the other one of the other main actors,
Yes.
is the guy from
he was in 50 Shades of Grey.
50 Shades of Grey.
He was the brother.
Yeah, yeah.
He's the one that coined Later's Babes.
Yeah, There's Babes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a lot of good actors. You know, Wes Bentley, a bunch of good actors. It's a good show. So you guys get on board, watch it, at least one episode, see if you're hooked, and then we can talk about it. Anybody who is listening and watching and knows some history, you know, share that.
We love to hear that.
You know,
because it's just based on real history.
It really is.
This stuff is based on real history.
It really is. Yeah.
Yeah.
And, you know, modern day, what's going on. Yeah.
So it's like Western version of the TV series Dallas.
No, it's not like Dallas. No.
I never watched Dallas. Like my parents watched it when I was young.
It's like Hatfields and McCoys, but instead of fighting brother and brother, it's the Indians. It's history. Cowboys and Indians.
Cowboys
guys.
and Indians. It's like Cowboys and Indians, modern day kind of Cowboys and Indians.
You know, building the casinos up, their land, you know, where the line's drawn. And, you know, the mayor is an Indian, and he, you know, everyone's dirty. There's politics and everything, and everyone's dirty. You just got to, you know, pretty much watch an episode, at least the first one, I think to me is a really big hook.
I like how they go back and show you some history so you can understand why a character is the way they are, right? It's really good filming and gone that way. I'll tell you about Dallas later, okay? I'll tell you about that. That's a series from when I was a kid. So,
yeah.
So, which you would call, you know, dinosaur times.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't real young. I was young enough that I wasn't that interested in it. My parents watched it more than I did. And I think they tried to restart it up again, didn't they?
Like they did.
Time ago?
It was on again. Yeah.
I don't know how long it stayed on.
She wants out.
But what network is it on?
Paramount.
Paramount?
Yes, Paramount. So it's
I've been watching it on Sling. I have Sling. That's what we do. We watch Sling.
Yeah.
So I've been watching it on demand. So you can watch it on demand if you have cable or whatever you use to watch. But it's Paramount Network, and I believe it's on now. Wednesdays, I think at 8
Costner's
Central
it's all
Standard
over,
Time.
guys. I turn my phone on and it's on Google. He's everywhere. The show is promoting everywhere.
Yeah, all you just get your phone and Google Kevin Costner Yellowstone series, and you'll find there's tons of interviews. It's the hot new show.
And it doesn't fail. It does things where you're like the Red Wedding. It makes you jump off your seat going, what? Did they just do that?
Yeah, I remember that. Like the very first episode, I was like, is this still the first episode? Because all of this is happening in the first episode. I mean, they really hit the ground running.
They did.
They really did. It was really good. I was hooked up the first one.
I mean, even what they're wearing, the way they
their clothes.
What is it called? The set design, everything.
Yeah.
I mean, everything's authentic. Everything's real. These guys really had to learn how to ride horses and they really had to do all of this. They didn't know so they really wanted to keep it very authentic, and they really used Indians. Those actors.
The actors, they look like real Indians.
Yes.
Like true Native American Indians.
Yeah, they do.
I think so. I'm sure some of them are probably Mexicans as well, but Mexicans are Indians, so you know.
I mean,
I should know.
Yes. So it's
thus my nose. I'm very weta. What they say, weta, light skinned, right? But I am still Hispanic
and descent. So I mean, this show really, it really strikes something out. It's interesting, but it's money and power and what's going on and how they use their power and both sides, who's right, who's wrong. Yeah, you know, you really don't know who to root for because they both have a point. Right. Same thing as Game of Thrones. It's the same kind of concept. So this is, it's fun. It's a fun summer series, guys.
So Melodies says, just researched Yellowstone a bit. Trusting you guys, I will check it out. Yay! Cool. Awesome. Check it out. Let us know what you think. We're definitely talking about moving into talking more about Yellowstone. So we're just kind of throwing it out there. We want to see what you guys think. We want to see if you like it. Let us know. Comment later. Send me a comment. You can comment. You can pull this live stream up or any video for that matter. It doesn't matter what video you pull up. But if you comment on one of my videos, it alerts me. It lets me know. So I will be able to see your comment, and you can say, you know, I watched it, I didn't like it, or I watched it, I loved it. I want to see more of it. I want to hear you talk about it. And we'll start doing that. We'll start doing that. I don't want to ruin it for anybody who's new and hasn't watched it yet, so we're not going to talk about any details too much today. But if you voice that you're interested and you want us to start talking about it, then after the next episode on next Wednesday will be the next episode. It's season 2. It'll be episode 3. If you guys are interested, then we will start live streaming after the episode.
Yeah. And
we can do that.
We're not just promoting it because, you know, we're all about cowboys here in Texas. We're promoting it because they're hot. No, I'm not. It's because it's something that caught my attention.
It's cutting edge.
It gave me the same feeling that I watched when I was watching
Game of Thrones. Yes.
Yeah. Like, I really want to know, oh my gosh, you know, what's going to happen
next?
What's going to happen
Yeah.
next?
I think we got to episode 4. I think it was 4 or 5, and I was like, I had to watch 2 more.
Great music.
Yeah,
I mean,
love the music.
Soundtrack is
love
really
the soundtrack.
Good.
Soundtrack's really good. It is definitely really good. I'd say there's a few things that are a little bit predictable. If you're someone who are very good at foreshadowing, you could see a little bit of stuff, you know, coming.
Come on, really?
Yeah.
Game of Thrones did that to me.
Yeah, I mean, I would say that too. Yes, if you know the writers well enough, you know what's going to happen anyway. So, but there was some things that definitely got me on the edge of my seat and was like, did that just happen?
Yeah, and then there's some things that I go Google about history. You know, I want to know. You know, and they're getting to that in this next one.
Yes,
they're really going to put real history in the show.
Yeah, Casey's wife was talking about Columbus and when they came here and they settled and what did she call it? The oppression of the society.
Not everybody, not just them, but everybody.
Yeah, not just the Indians, but even us.
Yes. So I like to see, you know, if anybody's educated on that.
Oh, good question. Melody's Ritmo just asked, what about the Got Musical composer? Got Musical composer. Are you talking about the concert? Because we are totally going to the concert.
We're going to the concert.
Yes, it does come here in September. In Houston, it comes in September. And we will be going to that. And I believe it's still touring around.
Yes.
Still touring around.
In fact, I asked if that was the same composer that you used for Yellowstone because the music intro is so similar.
Yeah.
It really is. I think they set the tone now for
the yeah, totally.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys have seen it. She says nice. I don't know if you guys have seen this, but there has been a huge movement because of Game of Thrones. The beard is extremely popular. You see men with beard, and people think that came from like the basketball players, but I'm sorry, the basketball players got it from Game of Thrones. Okay, and the hexagon. I am a designer, okay, and I've noticed last year that the hexagon started getting really popular in the design world. And it's on clothing, and now it's everywhere.
Yeah,
it's everywhere. It's on everything. And hexagon hasn't been popular since I think the 50s.
Yeah,
I mean that's not something that has come around several times or something like that. So Game of Thrones has influenced the world and the society in a tremendous amount of ways through design and through music, fashion, exactly. Just all kinds of things. It's insane, and I think that you know everybody's catching on to that. I would not be surprised if they killed Kevin Costner the end of the season or next season.
Even though he's a big, huge actor, because that's what they did.
That's what they did. I mean, that's what they did in Walking Dead.
Yeah.
We're
not saying that that's going to happen. We have no idea.
We don't know that. How could we know? Yeah. But I'm just saying it would not shock me because that is the thing. Game of Thrones set this new tone that it's okay if you kill the main characters.
They give you the hook of the main big actors.
Yes. And that you're like, what are they going to do now? You know, it's like, it's risky, but it's like the thing to do. And I expect that at this point. I expect them to do that. I mean, look, they killed Rick off of The Walking Dead.
Oh, I know.
They killed Rick. Oh, they didn't kill him. They just kind of sent him away.
Yeah.
But, you know, they got rid of the main character off The Walking Dead. And I mean, who's watching The Walking Dead? Are you still watching it? I think they're about to merge. They're going to merge Fear the Walking Dead and Walking Dead. They're going to merge them.
Yeah.
Yes.
haven't watched
Doc's
it.
commenting. He's saying, yes, thank you for pointing it out. He's saying, I'll definitely check it out. I love Westerns, obviously from my screen name.
Yeah.
And love Tombstone, Deadwood
Yes.
series, etc. You're going to like this then.
Yes.
You're going to like it, Doc. You're going to like it.
You're
I'm
gonna
telling
like
you.
it.
You're going to like it. Quaithe kept telling me for like weeks, and she would say, "Oh, you started watching it yet? Have you started watching it yet? We got to talk about it, you know?" So I really think you guys are going to like it. I really do.
Yeah.
He also says, I'm trying to find Giant's milk at the supermarket.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think that'll be good for our diet. Lady
Right?
Firesnow.
Yes. We're definitely trying to diet, trying to lose some weight for Con of Thrones and for the beach this summer, right?
Yeah.
So we're definitely doing that. So anything else you guys want to talk about before we wrap up today?
Yeah, I think we did good. I mean, I'm looking forward to Con of Thrones. This will be my first one. I'm excited.
This will be my second Con of Thrones. I'm very excited about going to Con of Thrones this year. I know that
They're going to have the direwolves there.
Oh yeah, they're
I
gonna have the
do-
dire.
I mean,
I really
think
want to
it's
see if we can
fun
do pictures with the direwolves. We
Me
should really
too.
check into
I
that.
Wait, what are
Yeah.
you gonna do with the diary?
We can take pictures
You
with
take
them.
pictures with them.
Yeah.
That's it.
Mhm.
I think so.
That's it.
I mean, what are you expecting for them to jump up and down?
Why
Are we gonna ride them?
Yeah.
They're big enough too, but we're not.
not? Could.
We're gonna ride them, right?
Yeah. I know Indie Geek is going to be doing.
Indie Geek's gonna be there.
Yes.
I'm excited to
Yes.
meet Robert with Indie
Yes,
Geek. I
that's-
actually, he had me on his channel one time, which was very, very nice of him. I hope to be able to get with Indie again, with Robert again on Indie Geek.
Interesting.
I hope to see some of the other YouTubers. I got to meet Smokescreen's, who's his sidekick? I forget his sidekick's name, but I got to meet him at last Con of Thrones. So I'm hoping to actually get to meet Smokescreen himself at this year's.
What did I say? Is he having something else?
Oh, he may not because he's having his own con,
Yeah.
right? He's having his own con, so maybe he won't. But that's interesting. Yeah, I definitely looking forward to it. Really?
I was like, no.
Let's have manners. So sorry, guys. Baby so couldn't help herself.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm excited about Con of Thrones. I really am. Yeah. We'll see
Yeah.
how it goes. Yeah.
What? Oh, we got another comment. What does he say? James, aka Dust on the Throne. All right. I'm gonna put some dust on it. I should like throw some dust on the throne, right?
You should melt it down.
Right?
Yeah.
Like
If
show
she
it all
can't
like
have it,
that.
nobody can have it.
I liked that though.
That was
If she-
awesome.
Right? If she
Yes.
can't have it, no one can
Nobody
have
can
it.
have it. Mhm.
I thought though at the you know what I did like at the very end, seeing John when he was going back to the north, and then Drogon flew overhead. Did you see that at the very end?
Mhm.
Drogon flew overhead, and to me that was kind of a little. You
Wink.
never know.
You never know.
You never know.
Mhm.
Yes. Melody says, if peanut butter wasn't called peanut butter, what would it be called?
What?
What? That is Chris's sidekick. Chris's sidekick. Yeah. Oh, what's
That's
Chris?
the name.
Oh, James. That's right. Thanks. That's Chris's sidekick is James. Yes, it's Chris and James. I'll have to know that. So if I meet them, I'll know their names properly. That would be so embarrassing. I'm so sorry. I'm sure they're not going to watch my live stream anyway.
Yeah.
If peanut butter wasn't called peanut butter, what would it be called? Is this a trick question? I mean, I think it's the perfect name for peanut butter, isn't it? Isn't it?
Mhm.
It's peanuts, and buttery.
I think it's like calling the kettle black. I think she's being.
Butter, peanut butter.
It's just calling the
But-
kettle black. Oh,
It is what it is.
it is what it is. I get it. Sorry, I'm a little bit slow on that department. I'm very literal. I'm a very literal person.
Yep. So.
All right, guys. Well, we've been at it for about an hour.
We got to get back to our costumes.
We do. We have to get back to our costumes. I've got 2 weeks left to finish. and it's been a lot of work. I've spent a lot of hours. I'm really hoping to place something at Con of Thrones. It would be nice. If I don't, it's okay, but it would be nice. So we hope to see you there. If you see us at Con of Thrones, come up to us, say hello. We would love to meet you. And if you don't, look for our videos while we're at Con of Thrones. Again, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Please share the channel with others as well. I'm 920 subscribers. I need 80 subscribers to reach 1,000.
Mm-hmm.
At 1,000 subscribers, I will be able to enable Super Chat. And 1,000 subscribers, I will be able to live stream from my phone, which I will not be able to do while I'm at Con of Thrones until I hit 1,000 subscribers. So I'm really hoping that that's going to happen while we're there. But we will, like Baby Firesnow mentioned, we could do some live streaming from Instagram, so you could be looking for that. Or Facebook. We could do some live streaming there. Yeah. So we will definitely try to do that unless we hit that 1,000 subscriber mark. So thanks for the stream. I enjoyed it. We always enjoy having you guys here. Thank you so much, Doc. Thank you so much, Melodies. And thank you so much, who else joined us? Fifthsome, for joining us today. And anyone else who gets to watch the channel or gets to watch it later, we really appreciate you joining us.
We're going to be doing for the prequel, we're going to do some research.
We will do some research for the prequel, and we'll be waiting to hear your comments about Yellowstone to see if you guys are interested. Melody says, thanks for the stream, guys. I will watch Yellowstone and review here. I would love to hear your comments. We would love to hear your comments. Thank you so much for joining us today. You want to say goodbye?
Goodbye.
Want to say goodbye, baby? Bye. Over and out. Have a great weekend. Good night.